Do you have a shy puppy? Or maybe you had a shy puppy in the past and you want to help your new puppy gain confidence? There's a lot you can do, especially in the early weeks when your puppy is in your home. Then that's the time you can build up their confidence that's going to last a lifetime. I want you to get ready to take some good notes. This is important information if you have a puppy of any age, really. And if you're wondering why your dog is shy now, there are really a number of reasons. Shyness in dogs can be due to genetics. So if a mama or a papa dog lacks some confidence, you might see that in your puppy too. Breed is another indicator of behavior. It's not the only indicator, but it's not nothing either. Dogs who were bred to work alone, such as livestock guarding dogs, they can be more shy or introverted than other dogs. And oftentimes we see that early experiences can cause some lack of confidence too. So during the first 16 weeks of your dog's life, he's forming some lifelong opinions about the world. That's why we really encourage you to get your dog out for some positive and safe socialization during this time before vaccinations are complete. Now, don't do that without listening to the rest of this video though. If you do it in the wrong way, you could make the shyness worse. Now, one thing to note is that calling a dog shy is often misunderstood. This behavior looks like shyness, but it's often closer to fear or stress. Now, it can be hard for humans to recognize the signals of fear because in dogs, they are very subtle at first. Studying canine body language is an important part of improving the confidence of your shy pup. Now, most fear results from a combination of genetics and some lack of positive socialization and exposure in the first few weeks of life. Once you start to recognize it, you may see it manifest differently at different times. Dogs who are feeling a little nervous might look like they are fine, but in fact they're flooded with stress or discomfort, so they may shut down. Dogs who are nervous or fearful might act in a way that looks aggressive to you. Now, the level of reaction can vary depending on the intensity of the trigger. A shy dog might cower if the thing that's frightening them is at a distance. Then they may resort to barking and growling as the scary trigger gets closer in an attempt to keep it away. This is what we talk about here in this video on fear, where I discuss the threshold concept. Now, this is another important concept when it comes to positive socialization and exposure training. You want to be far enough away from the trigger that you get a neutral reaction in your dog. So if your dog is reacting strongly, you're too close. This is why it's really important to know the subtle signs of stress that dogs exhibit, so you're not putting your dog in a situation that he or she is not ready for. Now, for more information on stress signals, you can watch this video here with more examples of what body language to look for. I recently had a question in my Facebook group from someone who has a Great Pyrenees puppy. Now, the puppy has started to bark at the perimeter of the yard. Barking is often a signal of stress or discomfort, and in this case, you have to take into account the breed. Now, the Great Pyrenees was bred to be an alert dog, and especially if he comes from that working line. He's doing what his brain tells him he's supposed to do. Yes, we can help train him to have a more neutral reaction, but we have to remember that his brain is programmed to do a guarding behavior. So we also have to give him some healthy outlets to do that. That's why I always suggest owners of herding dogs get toys like a jolly ball or a flirt pole so they can allow them to get out their herding instincts. Now, if you don't give them an instinctual outlet, they're gonna find a way to do it without you. Take some time to research your pup's breed and what traits might be present due to that breed. Okay, I've got a few quick steps to build confidence in your dog, a few common mistakes humans make, and then 2 activities that I want you to do with your dog to increase confidence. So here are a few of my to-dos when it comes to managing a shy dog. Number 1, I want you to understand that body language so you can recognize early signs or subtle signs that your dog is uncomfortable. We want to address the dog's emotions when he whispers, so the dog doesn't have to get to the yell. Now, whispers might be a subtle tongue flick or a whale eye or just where their ear is placed. Yelling is more like growling, whining, or even biting. We don't want things to escalate to that. Also, be careful of flooding and shutting down. It's easy to assume that a quiet, low-energy dog is feeling okay, but shutdown behaviors might be masking anxiety. Shutdown looks like a dog who's not reacting at all to the environment. He might even take a nap, but it's not because he's relaxed. It's because he's overstimulated and stressed. So I want you to ask yourself, has my pup been fully trained and is ready for this experience before you put your dog in that new situation? Number 2, I want you to expose your puppy to new things positively and slowly. This is usually much slower and in much smaller pieces than you think. So start this exposure at home, and then I want you to watch reactions carefully. Our training program workbook includes a fun game and examples of all the things to expose your puppy to. Now, the next page in that workbook is even more important. It's a reflection sheet on how well your puppy did. All right, number 3, respect the puppy's space, especially small dogs. This includes body handling with frequent check-ins to see if the dog enjoys it. Do not pick up or handle a dog when he's saying no thank you. You want to be an inviter, not an invader. Not all puppies are snuggly, and you have to respect that. The dog will be even less snuggly with you if he feels that his body is handled when he's giving off clear no thank you signals. Never physically force your dog to be held or touched. Number 4, use cooperative care protocol for all grooming and body handling. This is outlined really well in the book by Deb Jones. Now, this approach teaches the dog that he can trust you and that you're listening to the earlier whispers. Number 5, be an advocate for your puppy with other people, including children and definitely other dogs. I'm going to teach you more about how to do that in this video. Now, you should also be an advocate for all of your animals, including cats and your other dogs. This teaches the other animals that they can rely on you to intervene, and then they don't have to get corrective. This also promotes a much more relaxed household when multiple pets are involved. Now, when your puppy trusts you not to put him in situations he's not ready for, he'll be more confident, and then you have a stronger bond together. Number 6, take advantage of the naturally positive critical imprint period before 16 weeks, or ASAP after that time. Do not wait for that vaccination schedule to be complete to start exposing your puppy to the outside world in a safe and positive way. If you do it too fast or don't do it at all, you're much more likely to have a shy or timid dog. Oh, and just an extra thought on this, we are not saying throw caution to the wind and put your dog in unsafe, unhealthy situations. We are saying that puppy socialization can be done and should be done before 16 weeks of age and beyond. Number 7, do confidence building games and activities. And I'm going to share 2 activities in a moment that I recommend. Confidence can sometimes come naturally to a dog, but at other times you have to intentionally work on it with your dog. Number 8, I want you to maintain confidence, exposure, and socialization training all throughout your dog's life. Even after the imprint period's passed, a dog can still learn new things and change his or her association with scary things. No dog is too old to train and help learn new things and build more confidence. All right, I'm going to give you 6 common mistakes people make when they're trying to build confidence in their dogs. Then we're going to get to the fun stuff and 2 games you can play. All right, here are some common mistakes well-intentioned humans make. Number 1, picking up or coddling a puppy, which is usually when the humans are not noticing the no thank you signals. Number 2, going out in public too fast or without proper pre-training. Now, this includes using strollers and backpacks, which we don't recommend because your dog doesn't have the ability to move away from scary situations then. Number 3, another mistake is not using counter conditioning if you see fear. So if your dog has a fear of something, I want you to start working on it as soon as you see it. Now, you're going to need to change your dog's perception about the things that they don't like. Otherwise, their dislike and their fear increases significantly. Number 4, setting your puppy up to fail by not getting him enough sleep, not puppy-proofing your home, or putting him in a situation that he's not ready for. I need you to be his advocate and supporter, not the deliverer of stress and fear. Number 5 mistake, assuming he's just going to grow out of it. Nope. Unless you intervene and work on it, this behavior is going to get stronger. There are very few things dogs grow out of. Instead, fear and unwanted behaviors get worse and out of hand if not addressed early on. Number 6, trigger stacking. This means multiple exposures to scary and stressful situations in a short time frame. I want you to notice what situations cause your dog some stress and try to sandwich them between positive activities. Then work on the stressful situations to turn it into something more positive. Okay, I know that was a lot of what to do and what not to do, but let's get to the fun stuff. So here are 2 activities you can do to help build confidence. This first activity is a game called Under. Essentially, you're just teaching your pup to navigate an obstacle and go under it. Dogs don't have a lot of opportunities to crawl under things, so this is going to be a great activity that's new and different for your dog. So in this game, I just want you to pick something that your dog will crawl under. You might put up a broomstick handle across a short stool or some paint cans. You might stretch a rope between 2 chairs, or you might use a chair. I want you to start by placing a treat near the object or wherever you have this set up that your dog hasn't seen before. Then I just want you to observe their interest in getting closer to this limbo game setup. Next, you might start by luring with a high value treat, just a little bit under the obstacle, so it's easy for your dog to reach. Then, I want you to do it again with the treat a little further under that obstacle. So the goal here is not to see how fast you can get through this training and get your dog under the obstacle on the first try. Now, you might have to work fast to keep your dog's interest though, or you might have to be patient while your dog thinks about how to meet this goal of getting that treat. I need you to be quiet and let your dog think this through. Don't over communicate and say things like, come on, come here, let's go. Just don't say anything at all until your dog moves closer to the bar. Then you can say a simple yes in a happy tone. I want you to continue this game by placing treats under the item, making the dog scoot just a little bit further under. And if your dog hesitates, give him time to process. Or give your dog a break for a little play and then try again. Or take a break and try again later. Be sure to celebrate every win and make this a positive experience for your dog. Now, you might have to increase your treat value or break this activity down into smaller parts for your puppy. Now, the next game is called baskets. We call it this because you're really gonna use laundry baskets. And if your dog is smaller, you might need something shorter than a basket, like a shallow storage container or a box. Now, we want you to line up some baskets or shallow boxes against a wall or a couch. Then you're gonna throw in some dog toys and some safe household items like toilet paper rolls or cardboard boxes, maybe even lids from your food storage bins. Throw in some treats in each basket and encourage your pup to scavenge for the treats. Now the next step is to make this just a little bit harder for your dog to get to the baskets. So you can put up some chairs in the way so that your puppy has some obstacles to go around. Notice how your dog has to problem solve in different ways to get the treats. This is actually how we build confidence. There is no wrong way for your pup to solve this problem. If your pup is struggling and seems frustrated, you can help him by making it easier or just guiding him to where he can move around something. Remember that confidence is not built by putting your dog in a situation where he can't accomplish the goal. Confidence is built by slowly and positively problem solving and experiencing new things. The key word here is positive. So while working through these activities, just try to remain quiet and allow your dog time to process and think. You talking to him will be more distracting. Now, you can give him some encouragement by using your marker word like yes, but don't really say anything more than that. This is a great activity where you'll put on your scientist hat and observe how your puppy solves problems. This is gonna help you build more activities for him to complete. Okay, you've got some great ideas on how to help your puppy be confident, and now you've got 2 fun activities to play. And if you do these games and your puppy enjoys them, you're gonna be ready for the fun obstacle course like this one. It's another great game to work on confidence building and work your puppy's brain and body at the same time. If you have any questions, you can pop them in the comments below. This is Michelle, your confidence building certified trainer, signing off for today.